Hello people, I'm the Comic Book Gamer. Today I'm going to be counting down a top 5 list of superheroes that I think should have their own TV show, because Daredevil was amazing and we're getting Jessica Jones soon, so right now seems like the perfect time to do this list. First thing I want to say is sorry if I sound a little nasally or something. I am sick at the moment, but I still wanted to get this video out for you guys, so without further ado, let's get on to the list. Number 5 is The Winter Soldier, which I'd like to be a sort of miniseries Netflix show, because I'd love to see what was going on during the time from when Bucky became the Winter Soldier to when Cap met up with him in the Winter Soldier movie. I think that'd be really interesting. Bucky's one of my favorite characters. He's a very interesting, complex character with a lot of stuff going on, and they definitely changed some stuff from the comics to the movie, such as the fact that in the movie Natasha was like, he's a ghost. I've heard about him and stuff, but in the comics, she knew him like very well. He helped train her, and they were lovers and everything, and they have a huge relationship in the comics, but in the movie they didn't really even know each other. So I'd love to see what's going on there, and just see, like, maybe if her mind got wiped just like Bucky's or something and they actually were together, who knows. I just think it would be really cool to see what was going on with Bucky and see him carrying out assassinations and everything, and maybe him leaning to the fact that he might break out of the Winter Soldier program, but then they take him back and brainwash him again. That'd be really cool. I just love to see that, and I think it would make an awesome Netflix series. Number 4 is The Punisher. Now, Punisher is rumored right now to be getting his own Netflix show and maybe taking the spot of Iron Fist, and I'm 100% okay with this. I think it would be awesome. We already got a perfect Punisher cast in John Bernthal. He's going to do a great job. I can't wait to see him on Daredevil Season 2, but I think he deserves his own show. Even though I haven't seen his acting yet, just the Punisher character himself would do great as in a Marvel show. I love to see it, and to me, what it should be based off of is the Marvel Now Punisher. I've only read the first 2 volumes, but those 2 volumes are great, and they're a perfect fit for a Netflix Marvel show. Basically, what's going on in the comics is Punisher moves to the West Coast. He goes to California, and there's this big problem with a sort of Mexican drug cartel. Like, they're way bigger than just small drugs and everything. They're trying to, like, take over California, and they're doing a lot of bad stuff. And you have a lot of different people that show up, and it's really cool. And Punisher just, like, causes a whole war and everything. And it's awesome. You have, like, Electro shows up, Crossbones shows up, Black Widow shows up. It's awesome, and Punisher's just such a great character. Like, his type of character and this series would be a perfect fit for Netflix, and I would love for him to get his own show. It'd be great. Number 3 is straying away from a Netflix show. I would love to see a Bat Family animated show. What I mean by that is sort of based on Grant Morrison's run. This is sort of in a perfect world, because they couldn't do this on Cartoon Network because it wouldn't be kid-friendly enough, but they're already doing a Bad Blood movie, and I think a TV show would be perfect for this, because you have to have so many things that have to happen to show this going on for Grant Morrison's run, to when Dick Grayson Nightwing, to him becoming Batman and everything, then Batman coming back and starring Batman Incorporated, and Dick Grayson still being Batman, and you got everything going on with Dick Grayson and Damian being the new dynamic duo, and they make a really awesome dynamic duo. But yeah, I would just love a series of that, showing people what's so awesome about the comics, and basically doing what the crappy movies could not. Like, I'd love for them to just do a true to the comics form animated TV show about what's going on here. I think it would be awesome if they did enough publicity and advertising for it. I think you would get a lot of people watching it. So I don't know where they'd put it. Who knows? They could figure something out. If they wanted to, they could put it on Adult Swim, because that's what Cartoon Network turns into at night. They could do that. That's what G.I. Joe did to get like a sort of R-rated animated G.I. Joe movie. They just put it up on Adult Swim, and I think with Batman you could do that. You could make your money back, because you could just advertise it heavily and tell people, hey, we're doing a true to the comics Grant Morrison run on Batman animated. A ton of people would watch it. I'd love to see it. I think it'd be great. Number 2 is a Netflix Hawkeye show. Now, I know we already have our Hawkeye cast, and Jeremy Renner probably would not be up for this, sadly. I do think he's great acting-wise, but he doesn't look the part too much. That's my only problem with Jeremy Renner. He's good acting, but he doesn't look too much like Clint. But anyways, that aside, Hawkeye Netflix show would be perfect, like, especially if you're going off of Matt Fraction's run, which is what I'd love for them to do. Basically, this is in a day in the life of Hawkeye, and you see, like, all these things, all the daily struggles he goes through, being like basically the weakest Avenger, but everyone knows him as an Avenger, but people don't really know who he is. They're just like, hey, it's that purple Avenger guy. And it's just great. All the different things he goes through on a daily basis is funny and hilarious. It's like, I love seeing what he goes through on a daily basis. There's some really cool stuff, and you got the tracksuit vampires, which probably the majority of you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but they are these awesome sort of Russian guys that just say the word bro a lot, and I love them. Yeah, it'd be a great show. I love it. It'd be an awesome show. Number 1 is a Jonah Hex HBO show. This would be fantastic. I mean, seriously, imagine this. Not really based off of anything, but inspired by the Justin Gray, Jimmy Palmiotti, Jonah Hex comics, which were all just, majority of them were just one-shot comics, to where it was basically just, you had a story, a self-contained story, in that one issue. Then later on, one character might show up some other time, but it was basically a contained story in that, but it was all connected, but the stories, were all different each time, if that makes sense. Anyways, it's awesome because it would be a great show, like a rotating cast of characters. Basically, Jonah would be the only one you'd ever see again, besides maybe returning villains every once in a while. And I think it would be a fantastic HBO show. It would be splendid to see Jonah Hex going around doing his thing, chasing a bounty each time, seeing his moral compass and everything, what he decides is good and bad, and whether he's gonna do it or not, and stuff like that. It's great, and Jonah Hex is an absolute badass. I'd love for just another Western HBO show would be awesome. Especially with Jonah Hex. He's such a cool bounty hunter and interesting character that a lot of people need more exposure to, because he got that crappy movie that was not even close to the comics, but he needs a very true to the comics adaptation to HBO. I think that'd be perfect. Anyways, those are my top 5 characters that I think would make great TV shows. Please let me know in the comments below what are you guys' top 5, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like.